Hello, my name is Ken Schaefer, the author of over 8 marriage enrichment programs that we at 60 Seconds to Enrich LLC are excited to present to you over the next 8 weeks. All free, nothing offered for sale, and are available in video versions on my YouTube channel and Facebook page, or available on Apple Podcasts. With me here in my podcast studio is Alexander and Isabella, my AI personalities. Today they will review Head to Toe Marriage. They will give you their comments, insights, and applications to my program. At the end of the program, I'll share a few of my additional comments. So here, without further ado, we will have Isabella and Alexander.
Everyone, welcome to our deep dive exploring marriage enrichment. I'm Alexander. I'm an AI guide, and I'm excited to unpack this with you.
I'm Isabella, and I'm also an AI personality here. We're going to explore all the materials you've provided together and extract some key insights.
So, we're not looking at marriage books this time. Instead, we're diving into these really interesting marriage enrichment programs created by Ken Schaefer. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
Things like Head to Toe Marriage, Marriage Armor. They even have one called Out of This World Marriage. Just the names themselves, so interesting.
Yeah. I mean, the names are definitely intriguing. And what I find so fascinating about them is that they really do focus on practical strategies, everyday strategies for couples who really want to build a stronger marriage. They want to take their marriage to the next level.
And it seems like Ken is really good at making these concepts memorable, because Head to Toe Marriage is structured like a journey, like literally from head to toe.
Exactly.
Can you imagine?
And it is. It's a brilliant way to make the advice stick. I think that's a great point. And I know some people might be concerned thinking, oh, is this based on, religion?
Right.
But it's applicable whether you're religious or not.
Yeah.
We'll be highlighting those practical takeaways.
Yeah. And for this deep dive, we have a couple of different sources we're going to be looking at.
Yeah.
We have some YouTube videos, a newspaper article about Ken, and we even have a snippet of the Head to Toe Marriage program itself. So are you ready to dive in?
Let's do it. I'm really curious to hear how Ken frames this. How does he describe head to toe marriage?
Yeah, so in the snippet, he talks about head to toe marriage as something you can use every day to bring your marriage to the next level. And he even has these little quick, like 60-second videos to refresh your memory on each point.
Oh, that's smart.
Talk about bite-sized learning.
Yeah, very accessible, making it easy for couples to integrate these ideas into their daily routines.
Right. And speaking of making it accessible, he offers a lot of this stuff for free.
Right.
Like during the pandemic, he started doing a bunch of these little short videos.
Yeah.
There's an article about it in the Newtown Bee.
Yes. I think that's the article that highlights the distinction he makes between marriage education and marriage counseling.
Right.
He's not trying to replace therapy, but he's offering practical tips that people can use to improve things.
Yeah. It's like a toolbox, right?
Exactly.
A toolbox for your marriage.
A toolbox for your marriage. And the article mentions, just a little bit about his background. He has a wealth of experience to draw from. He's got his personal life, his work, theological studies.
Yeah.
He and his wife have been married for 48 years.
That's incredible. 48 years, that's a long time.
Yeah.
All right, so let's crack open this toolbox then.
Yeah.
And take a look at what's inside. So the first one, focusing on the head. It's all about thinking through the consequences of your actions.
I like that.
What do you think about that?
I do. I like that. And, he uses a good analogy in Luke chapter 14, verse 28, about counting the costs before you build a tower. Taking a moment to step back.
Right.
Really think things through.
So it's not just like overthinking every little thing, right? It's more about being mindful.
Yeah.
Like, how is this going to affect, my spouse, my finances, our family?
Exactly. It's about that bigger picture thinking.
Right.
Which is so important. He gives some relatable examples too, like buying a house.
Right.
Deciding when to have children.
Yeah.
Those are major life decisions.
Yeah, and he even talks about how it applies to smaller choices too.
Yeah.
Like if your spouse is home alone and you're thinking of going out with friends or watching a movie, maybe that doesn't align with your values.
Interesting. Yeah. It's about being mindful of those messages that we're absorbing and how they influence us.
It's like he's encouraging you to ask yourself, is this bringing me closer, or is this creating distance.
Right. And making that intentional choice rather than just going with the flow.
Exactly. And then in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 26, it says, ponder the path of your feet, then all your ways will be sure. So it's about choosing your path.
Choosing your path with intention.
Yeah, with purpose.
Right.
So the head is all about thinking ahead, considering the consequences, and making choices that are going to lead to a stronger relationship.
I love it. So we've engaged our heads. Now what's the next stop on this head-to-toe exploration?
All right, so next is the eyes.
The eyes.
And what do you think? This isn't just about physical sight, right?
Well, you're right about that. Ken uses eyes as a metaphor
for
seeing your spouse's needs and wants, even those unspoken ones.
Oh, okay. So this is where that attentiveness comes in.
Yeah.
Noticing what your partner's going through.
Understanding their emotional state.
Right.
And anticipating their needs.
So he gives some practical examples, right?
Yes, he does. He does. Like for husbands, it might be helping with chores or offering to watch the kids for a bit. Yeah. And for wives, it might be about giving their husbands some downtime or encouraging them to connect with friends.
So it's really about stepping outside of yourself and truly seeing your partner, not just with your eyes, but with your heart.
Absolutely. And that theme of putting your spouse's needs first really comes into focus when we get to the guts section.
The guts.
The guts. He talks about the courage. It takes courage to prioritize your spouse's needs, even when it's uncomfortable.
Right. So it's about getting out of your comfort zone.
Yes, exactly. Stepping outside your comfort zone.
And doing what's best for the relationship, even if it means sacrificing your own desires in the process.
And he acknowledges that this can be really hard.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not used to it. You know, we all have our own habits,
right?
Our own patterns, but he encourages you to push past those limitations, to learn new ways of being. He even suggests seeking advice from friends or mentors who have successful relationships.
Yeah. It's like looking at the examples.
Exactly.
Finding good role model.
And it takes guts. It takes guts to be willing to grow and change for the sake of your marriage.
Right. And he reminds you that this selflessness is rewarding. Like when you put your spouse's needs first, they're more likely to reciprocate.
Right.
And then you both benefit.
It creates this cycle of giving and receiving where both partners feel valued and cherished.
Yeah, a beautiful cycle.
Absolutely.
So we've engaged our heads, we've opened our eyes, we've flexed our guts. This journey is pretty insightful so far.
It is. It is. What's next?
Next, we have the ears. What do you think?
The ears. Well, I think we can all guess where this is going, right?
Listening.
But I bet Ken has a unique perspective on this one.
I think so too.
I think so too.
Because it's not just about hearing the words, is it?
No, it's not just about hearing the words. He emphasizes the importance of really listening, you know, not just hearing the words, but truly understanding the message behind them. And he reminds us that a lot of times we don't truly listen because we're too busy thinking about how we're going to respond.
Yeah. We're already like formulating our rebuttal before the person has even finished speaking.
Exactly. And that can lead to so many misunderstandings, missed opportunities for connection. He encourages us to, you know, put aside our own thoughts and agendas for a moment.
Right.
And really focus on what our spouse is saying, both verbally and non-verbally.
Yeah. It's about being present, being attentive, being empathetic.
Yes. And he even suggests, like, you know, really try to imagine how you would feel if you were in your spouse's shoes. It's about connecting with their emotions and understanding their perspective.
Yeah, and that's a powerful exercise, you know, because it forces you to step outside of your own head.
Absolutely.
And truly empathize with your partner.
Absolutely. And that reminds me of James chapter 1, verse 19, which says, be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. It's about prioritizing understanding over reacting.
Right. So we've learned to think with our heads, we've seen with our eyes, we've acted with guts, we've listened with our ears. What a workout. What's next?
This is quite the workout. What's next? Well, after listening comes speaking.
Right.
And that's where the mouth comes in.
The mouth.
Yeah. But as you can imagine, you know, Ken isn't just talking about any kind of speaking.
Right.
He's emphasizing the importance of using your words wisely.
Intentionally.
Intentionally. And I bet he has a lot to say about this one. Words are incredibly powerful. They can be used for good or for bad.
That's right.
Words can build up or tear down.
That's right.
They can heal or hurt.
Create connection or cause distance.
Exactly. And he even uses that powerful metaphor from James chapter 3 about how a small spark can set an entire forest on fire.
Wow.
It's a reminder of the impact our words can have, especially in the context of a close relationship.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. That's a good image.
And he cautions against, using harsh or hurtful language. Once words are spoken, we can't take them back.
Nope. And he highlights specific verses for husbands and wives. For husbands, he references Colossians chapter 3, verse 19, urging them to love their wives and not be harsh with them. And for wives, he points to 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7, which advises them to treat their husbands with respect, recognizing their sensitivity.
Yeah. It's about understanding that everyone has different sensitivities.
Right.
Choosing our words accordingly.
It's not just about avoiding the negative language either.
Right. It's also about making a conscious effort to speak kindly.
Yeah.
To speak compassionately.
Use your words to build each other up.
Offer encouragement.
Express appreciation.
Yes, exactly. It's about creating a positive and loving atmosphere.
Right. So the mouth is about being mindful of the power of our words, choosing them carefully and using them to create that positive and loving atmosphere in our marriage.
Beautiful. And speaking of love, that leads us perfectly to the next part of our journey, which is the heart.
The heart? What do you think about the heart?
Well, the heart, I think it's safe to say that this section is all about the importance of love in a marriage. But I'm curious to hear Ken's specific take on it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone always talks about, oh, love is so important in marriage.
Right. Well, what does that actually mean?
Yeah.
What does that look like in daily life?
What does that look like?
Yeah. I think that's where Ken really shines. He gives us these concrete examples. He talks about, having a kind heart, a compassionate heart, a forgiving heart towards your spouse. And he references Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32, which encourages us to be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you.
So it's about approaching your relationship with generosity and love.
With a spirit of generosity and love.
Always seeking to understand and support your partner, even when they make mistakes.
Even when they mess up.
Because we all make mistakes.
We all make mistakes. And he emphasizes this idea of sacrificial love for both husbands and wives. He references Ephesians chapter 5, verses 25 and 28, which talk about husbands loving their wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. And he also points to Ephesians chapter 5, verse 33, which instructs husbands to love their wives as they love themselves and wives to respect their husbands.
So it's a reminder that a healthy marriage is built on this mutual love and respect.
Yeah.
Where both partners feel valued and cherished.
Absolutely.
All right, so we've explored the head, the eyes, the guts, the ears, the mouth, and now the heart. This is quite a journey. What's next?
This is quite the journey. What's next? Well, after the heart, we move to the nose.
The nose.
Yeah. And I think this one might surprise you.
The nose, what could that possibly, how could that relate?
Well, this is where things get a little metaphorical, maybe even a little bit mysterious.
Yeah.
But he says it's about using your intuition.
Oh,
knowing when something just doesn't smell right in your relationship.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So it's like trusting your gut feeling.
That inner voice that speaks to us, sometimes we don't even understand why. It's just there.
Right. So it's about being attuned to those subtle cues, those warning signs that something might be off.
Exactly. And he even cautions against dismissing those intuitive nudges. They often point us in the right direction.
Oh, interesting.
Even if we don't fully understand why at the time.
So it's about trusting that inner wisdom, right?
Trusting that inner wisdom.
And seeking guidance when you need it.
And seeking guidance when we need it. And he even references John chapter 14, verse 26, which mentions the Holy Spirit as a counselor and advocate.
Okay, so that's interesting because it suggests that we're not alone in figuring things out.
Right.
That there's a source of wisdom and guidance that we can tap into if we're open to it.
Absolutely. I think this nose concept is definitely food for thought. It encourages us to operate on a deeper level of awareness and discernment.
Right. All right. So we've engaged our heads, opened our eyes, flexed our guts, listened with our ears, spoken with our mouths, opened our hearts, and now we're tuning into our noses. This is really taking shape, this journey.
It is. It is. What's next?
Next, we've got the hands. What do you think about the hands?
The hands. Any guesses? What could this represent in the context of marriage?
The hands. Well, I mean, we use our hands to take action, right?
Yes.
To put our thoughts and feelings into practice, to build things, to create things. Could it be about that? Taking action, making progress.
You're on the right track, but I think Ken gets even more specific with this one. He actually connects the hands to the topic of sexual intimacy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's a sensitive topic.
It is.
But a crucial one for any married couple.
Absolutely. And he approaches it with sensitivity and practicality. He emphasizes that this intimacy should be shared only between spouses, referencing 1 Corinthians chapter 7, which talks about the importance of fidelity.
Right, right. And he also makes a really interesting point about the purpose of sex.
Yes.
He says it's not just about what you get, it's about what you give.
That's a beautiful way to frame it. It really shifts the focus from selfish gratification to mutual pleasure and connection.
Right. And he cautions against using sex as a weapon.
Yeah.
Drawing wisdom from 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verses 3-5, he talks about withholding intimacy.
Right.
Especially for long periods.
Yeah.
Unless it's for a specific reason.
Mutually agreed upon.
He points out that can lead to resentment and distance.
Right.
And even temptation.
Yeah, it's a reminder that intimacy is a gift to be shared freely and lovingly, not a bargaining chip.
Exactly. So it's about fostering a healthy and fulfilling sexual connection, that strengthens the bond.
Absolutely.
All right. So we've explored the head, eyes, guts, ears, mouth, heart, nose, and now the hands. This is quite a comprehensive guide.
It is. Yes.
What's next? Next on the list, we have the knees. What do you think about the knees?
The knees. This one might surprise you.
The knees. Drawing a blank. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that could possibly, how they could relate to marriage.
Well, think about what we often associate with kneeling. Prayer. Humility. Service.
Oh. Okay, so is he connecting the knees to the idea of serving each other?
You got it. He emphasizes that marriage is not about what you can get out of it. It's about what you can give.
Right.
It's about putting your spouse's needs before your own. We've seen this already with the eyes and the guts.
Right.
But he's really driving this point home.
So he's saying marriage is a partnership.
Yes.
Where both spouses are working together.
Working together for the common good.
For the common good. Right. And he references Genesis chapter 2, verse 24, which talks about leaving your father and mother and cleaving to your spouse, becoming one flesh.
Creating a unified team.
Right.
You support each other. You share responsibilities. You work towards your shared goals.
Yeah, he even uses the analogy of the different body parts working together, like the hands and the brain, the eyes and the feet, like to illustrate this concept of interdependence.
And he encourages couples to serve each other in very practical ways, whether it's taking out the trash, doing the dishes, watching the kids.
Yeah, or just offering a listening ear.
It's about those small acts of service that really demonstrate love and care, making your partner feel valued and appreciated.
Yeah, and those small things, they really can make a big difference.
They really can. And this idea of service ties in beautifully to the next part of his program, which focuses on the feet.
The feet?
Yeah, the feet. Any guesses as to what this might represent?
The feet. Well, I mean, we use our feet to walk.
Yeah.
To move forward, to travel.
Yeah.
So could it be about taking action, making progress, moving forward in the relationship?
You are absolutely right. He emphasizes the importance of being present, engaged in your marriage, actively participating, putting in the effort to make it thrive.
So it's not just about standing still.
No, it's about moving forward together.
It's about moving forward together.
He encourages couples to walk the walk, not just talk the talk.
Right.
It's about taking concrete steps to improve your communication, to deepen your connection.
Right.
And create a fulfilling life together.
And to face challenges together.
To support each other through difficult times.
Right.
And to celebrate the joys, the triumphs along the way.
It's a journey, right?
It is a journey.
Right.
It's about embarking on that shared journey, a journey of growth and discovery.
Wow, that's a powerful metaphor. The feet represent that constant movement, that forward momentum that's essential for a healthy marriage.
That's a great way to put it, a healthy and vibrant marriage.
Right. So we're almost at the end of our little head-to-toe exploration here. What's the final stop?
The final stop is the toes.
The toes.
Yeah. Which might seem like a kind of an unusual body part to end with, but trust me, it makes perfect sense in the context of Ken's message.
Okay, I'm very curious now. How do the toes fit into all of this?
Well, Ken connects the toes to the idea of having fun.
Oh. Yeah.
And enjoying life together as a couple.
So adding a little playfulness, a little lightheartedness?
Absolutely. He encourages couples to make time for hobbies, for date nights, vacations, even just those everyday moments of joy
right.
and laughter that create lasting memories.
It's about finding ways to connect and have fun, even amidst the busyness of life.
Right, amidst the challenges.
He reminds us that marriage isn't just about working through problems or fulfilling obligations.
Yeah.
It's also about celebrating the gift of being together.
Experiencing life's adventures, side by side.
And those lighthearted moments, those shared experiences, those are the things that keep the spark alive.
They really do. They create a sense of connection and intimacy that helps couples weather the storms and emerge even stronger.
That's a great point. So the toes are a reminder that marriage is not just about duty or responsibility. It's also about joy, connection, and creating a life filled with those shared experiences and happy memories.
It's about finding that balance between the serious and the lighthearted, the practical and the playful, the everyday and the extraordinary.
So we've journeyed from head to toe and explored Ken's really insightful, sometimes humorous take on marriage enrichment.
And we've covered so much ground, haven't we? From thinking through consequences, to prioritizing needs, to using our words wisely, to serving one another, to intimacy, to having fun.
Yeah. It's a very holistic approach.
That holistic approach.
That addresses all the aspects of a healthy marriage.
It reminds us that every part of our being plays a role.
Right. And I love how he takes these really complex ideas about marriage and he distills them into practical and actionable advice. What stands out to you from all of this?
I think for me, what really resonates is the emphasis on intentionality.
Yeah.
You know, we have a choice in how we show up in our marriage. We can choose to be thoughtful. We can choose to be considerate, to be proactive, or we can just let things slide, take our relationship for granted.
Yeah, I also appreciate the focus on service, putting your spouse's needs first.
Yes. Love is not just a feeling.
It's an action.
It's an action. It's about those everyday acts of kindness and generosity that build a strong foundation for a lasting relationship.
Yeah, and I can't forget the nose thing. That's so interesting.
The nose. Trusting your intuition, seeking guidance beyond our own understanding. It's such a unique idea.
It's a challenge to tap into that deeper wisdom.
Yes, absolutely.
So from head to toe, Ken has given us so much to think about.
He has.
To apply to our relationships. Now we want to hear from you.
We do. What are your takeaways?
What resonates with you? What are you curious to explore further?
Share your thoughts, reflections, any aha moments. You can do that with us on social media. Or you can drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. We always love to continue the conversation. And be sure to stay tuned for part 2 of this deep dive, where we will delve even deeper into Ken's work and explore some of his other programs.
That's right, like Marriage Armor and Out of This World Marriage. We'll be back right after a quick message from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the deep dive.
We are still exploring Ken Schaefer's unique approach to marriage enrichment.
Right. We've already made our way from head to toes and unpacked so much practical advice along the way.
Absolutely. And now I'm thinking we should shift gears a little bit.
Yeah.
Explore some of Ken's other programs.
Okay. Because
he doesn't stop at head to toe marriage, does he?
No, he does not. He has this whole collection, right?
He does.
With these intriguing names like Marriage Armor, Marriage Battle, Marriage Wipeouts, Marriage Attitudes, and even Out of This World Marriage. It's like he's created this whole universe of resources to help couples navigate all these complexities.
Yeah, where do we even start? Which one are you most curious about?
I mean, that name, Marriage Armor, definitely stands out to me. What do you think?
Yeah, me too. It sounds like it's all about protecting your relationship, right?
Yeah, like protecting your relationship. What kind of armor does he recommend for a strong and resilient marriage?
I like that, resilient marriage.
Yeah, resilient. Okay, so we have a few sources that touch on this program.
Okay.
Including some YouTube videos and even a snippet from the program itself.
Okay, so let's take a peek.
Okay, let's see what he has to say.
So in one of the videos, Ken actually talks about marriage armor as a way to equip couples with the tools to withstand challenges, right?
Yeah. Challenges are inevitable. Life throws a lot our way, and it's about being prepared.
He uses a great analogy, too. He talks about a soldier going into battle. Like, you wouldn't send a soldier into battle without armor, right?
Exactly. You need protection. You need the right equipment to face those challenges.
So what kind of armor is he recommending? What are the essential tools?
Well, he highlights the importance of communication, conflict resolution, and forgiveness as key components.
So those sound like pretty solid defenses.
I think so. He really stresses open and honest communication, where both partners feel safe to express themselves fully.
Without judgment.
Without judgment, without that fear of criticism.
Yeah, that's easier said than done sometimes. But I can see how that would create a strong foundation of trust.
Exactly. And understanding. He also talks about conflict resolution.
Oh, okay.
Learning how to resolve conflicts constructively rather than letting them fester.
Right, because conflict is inevitable.
It is. It's going to happen. It's about how you handle it.
That makes all the difference.
Right. And he offers some tips, like using I statements. Focusing on the issue at hand, and really listening to your partner's perspective.
Actively listening.
Actively listening.
Taking it in.
And I bet forgiveness is another big one. It is. He emphasizes the importance of letting go of past hurts. Choosing to forgive, both yourself and your partner. Holding on to grudges, it can weigh us down.
Yeah, and it can really poison a relationship.
It can poison a relationship.
Yeah.
He even connects forgiveness to a concept he calls marriage grace. It's that unconditional love and acceptance that allows couples to move forward after a conflict.
So Marriage Armor provides you with these tools, communication, conflict resolution, forgiveness, that you need to protect your relationship from the bumps in the road.
Yeah, those inevitable bumps. And what's interesting is how this program complements head-to-toe marriage.
Oh.
There are connections. For example, the ears in head-to-toe marriage connect directly to that active listening. And the mouth is all about using your words wisely, which is so important for resolving conflict.
Yeah, so it's like they're working together.
It's like they're working together. You have this multi-layered protection for your marriage. Marriage armor, that outer shield, and then you have head-to-toe marriage focusing on those inner strengths.
The qualities that make it resilient.
Exactly.
I love it. Okay, so I'm wondering, what other insights does he offer? Because he has so many different programs.
He does. And there's one that I'm really intrigued by called Marriage Battle. Have you seen that one?
Oh, Marriage Battle.
Yeah.
I've heard of that one.
It sounds very intense.
Yeah, the name itself, right? Like conflict, struggle.
Struggle, yeah. What do you think he's getting at with that one?
I don't know. Let's take a look.
Okay, let's dive in.
All right. So in a snippet from Marriage Battle, he actually talks about it as a way to help couples recognize spiritual forces that can impact their relationship.
So we're getting into a more spiritual perspective here.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
He believes there's a spiritual dimension to marriage and that couples need to be aware of the spiritual battles that can take place.
The spiritual battles. Okay. What kind of battles is he referring to?
So he talks about things like temptation, selfishness, pride, unforgiveness as spiritual forces that can cause division and conflict.
Those are certainly challenges that a lot of couples face.
Right. And he emphasizes the importance of putting on the full armor of God.
Okay.
As described in Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 through 18, to withstand these attacks.
So he's drawing on biblical principles to equip couples.
He is. And he encourages couples to pray together, to study the Bible together, and to really rely on their faith to overcome these challenges.
So it's interesting how he's connecting this spiritual warfare to the practical aspects of marriage.
Yeah, I see that too. He talks about how pride can lead to communication breakdowns and how unforgiveness can create walls between people.
So it's not just these abstract spiritual concepts, he's grounding them in everyday life.
Right. And then he offers these strategies like practicing humility, being quick to forgive, choosing love over selfishness.
Choosing love. Yeah. So Marriage Battle is giving couples this framework, a spiritual framework for understanding and overcoming these challenges.
Right. It's recognizing you're not alone, that there's a source of strength you can tap into to fight those battles.
Yeah. It's a really powerful message of hope and resilience.
All right. So we've explored Marriage Armor and Marriage Battle, but he doesn't stop there, does he?
He doesn't. He has, so many programs. There's one that caught my eye called Marriage Wipeouts. What do you think about that one?
Marriage Wipeouts. That name suggests like a crash, right?
Yeah.
Or failure.
Yeah, like a crash, a failure. Maybe it's about learning from those mistakes, those times when things don't go quite as planned.
Right, exactly. Let's take a look.
Let's dive in.
All right, so in one of the videos, Ken describes marriage wipeouts as a way to help couples learn from their mistakes and to bounce back.
To bounce back. So it's about resilience again, taking those negative experiences and turning them into something positive.
Opportunities for growth.
Opportunities for growth. I love that.
He acknowledges that every couple makes mistakes.
Yeah.
Every couple has these wipeouts along the way.
Absolutely.
But It's not about avoiding them altogether.
Right.
It's about learning from them.
Learning from them. It's like that growth mindset.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he actually uses surfing as an analogy.
Oh, interesting.
Like, even the best surfers have wipeouts, but they learn from those falls.
Right. They adjust.
Adjust their technique, get back up on that board.
I love that analogy. So what are some of the takeaways he offers for those marriage wipeouts?
So again, he emphasizes humility, forgiveness, grace.
So these themes are coming up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like those are essential.
Yeah, those are woven throughout his work.
Exactly. And he encourages couples to own their mistakes,
right?
To apologize sincerely, and to extend grace to themselves and their partner.
Because we're human, we make mistakes.
We're human, we make mistakes. And it's those moments, like vulnerability and forgiveness, that can really strengthen a bond.
I think you're right. He also talks about the importance of communication and conflict resolution, especially after a wipeout.
Yeah.
It's about addressing those issues head on.
Right. Having those tough conversations.
Honest, tough conversations.
Working through it together.
Working through it together, yeah. And he reminds us that we don't have to go through it alone.
Right.
We can seek support from friends, family, maybe a therapist.
Right. Building that support network. Knowing that you have people you can turn to.
It's a sign of strength, not a weakness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So marriage wipeouts is all about embracing the imperfections, learning from your mistakes, and building a more resilient relationship.
I love that. And he ties these strategies back to his biblical foundation. He often references verses that emphasize forgiveness and grace. It's like he's providing couples with both practical tools and inspiration.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that spiritual component.
I like it. Okay, so we have marriage armor, marriage battle, marriage wipeouts. What else? What else is in this collection?
So many. Okay, marriage attitudes. What do you think of that one?
Marriage attitudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What could that be about?
I'm wondering if it's about mindset.
Mindset, yeah.
Perspective, how you approach your marriage.
I think you're onto something. Let's see.
Okay.
What our sources have to say about that.
All right, so Ken talks about marriage attitudes as a way to help couples develop this positive mindset.
Okay, so it is about mindset.
Towards their relationship.
Yeah.
He emphasizes your attitude. How you think about your marriage, about your spouse, even about yourself. It can make a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, our thoughts shape our experiences.
Right.
And that's definitely true in marriage.
Absolutely. He talks about gratitude, appreciation, a willingness to see the good.
To see the good.
Even when times are tough. What do you think about that? I love that. It's about choosing to focus on the positive rather than dwelling on the negative.
He reminds couples that every marriage has its challenges, but it's how you approach them. That determines whether you overcome them.
Right. It's that attitude, that mindset that makes all the difference.
Right. And he also talks about the importance of self-care, personal growth.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
So it's not just about focusing on the relationship. It's about nurturing yourself as an individual.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
He encourages couples to take care of themselves physically, emotionally, spiritually.
Right.
Because ultimately, that's going to contribute to a healthier marriage.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly.
You've got to take care of yourself.
And he even challenges couples to develop what's called a growth mindset.
Oh, okay. Growth mindset.
Where you see challenges as opportunities to learn.
Rather than threats.
Right.
Okay.
It's about embracing the journey,
The journey of growth and transformation.
Right.
Individually and as a couple.
Right. And he emphasizes seeking support.
Okay.
When you need it. Like reaching out to trusted friends, family, therapists.
So you don't have to do it alone.
Don't have to do it alone. So marriage attitudes is about cultivating these positive inner qualities that are going to contribute to a thriving relationship.
Right. Approaching your marriage with gratitude, appreciation.
Willingness to grow.
A willingness to learn and grow.
And it's fascinating how this program also connects to the other programs that we've looked at, like Marriage Armor, with the communication and conflict resolution.
I see that. It's like all these programs are pieces of a larger puzzle.
Right.
Each contributing to this holistic understanding.
Right, exactly. So it's about integrating those practical strategies, spiritual insights, and positive attitudes. Okay, so he has one more that we haven't talked about yet.
Oh, there's one more. Okay.
It's called Out of This World Marriage.
Out of This World Marriage. I love that title.
What do you think? What could that be about?
That sounds like he's aiming for something truly exceptional.
Yeah, unconventional.
Unconventional. Okay.
Let's take a look.
All right.
All right, so In a snippet from the program, he describes out-of-this-world marriage as a way to help couples transcend the ordinary.
Ooh, I like that. To go beyond expectations.
Right. He challenges them to create a marriage that's unique, fulfilling, that reflects their values and dreams. It's about moving beyond just getting by.
Yeah, getting by is kind of the bare minimum, right?
Right.
So this is about going above and beyond.
And he uses the analogy of space exploration.
Oh, wow. Okay. Space exploration, that's a big one.
Venturing into uncharted territory. Pushing boundary, yeah. Right.
Embracing the unknown, it sounds adventurous.
Discovering new possibilities.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some of the key principles?
Okay, what are some of the key principles?
So he emphasizes shared vision.
Okay.
Shared goals.
So it's about having that conversation with your partner, really talking about what you want your marriage to look like.
Right, like what do you want to achieve together? What kind of legacy do you want to create?
Dream big. Create that shared vision. That's exciting.
Yeah. And then he also talks about communication, intimacy, adventure.
Okay. Those are all essential.
He encourages couples to keep those lines of communication open, to nurture intimacy, both emotionally and physically.
And to have fun.
Right, to create those shared experiences, to bring joy and excitement into their lives.
Yeah, keeping things fresh, preventing things from becoming stagnant.
Exactly. And he challenges couples to get outside of their comfort zones and try new things. He even encourages couples to create their own rituals, their own traditions.
I love that.
That are unique to them.
Right. Something that sets their marriage apart.
Right, that makes it special, gives it meaning.
And it's personal. I love that.
So out-of-this-world marriage is all about creating a relationship that transcends the ordinary. It's about dreaming big.
Communicating openly.
Nurturing intimacy.
Embracing adventure. And making it your own.
Yeah, and it's interesting how this program also connects back to some of the other ones we've looked at, like marriage attitudes with the personal growth, pushing those boundaries, discovering new possibilities.
Yeah, I see that. And the emphasis on service. Putting your partner's needs first, which we saw in head-to-toe marriage, that's essential here too.
Right. It's about creating a relationship where both partners feel loved, valued, supported, a relationship where both individuals can really thrive.
So Ken has given us so much to think about.
He really has.
A wealth of insights and strategy.
From head to toe, marriage to, marriage armor, all the way to out-of-this-world marriage.
He has. He's provided us with such a comprehensive toolkit.
I know, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
And now we want to hear from you.
We do. What are your takeaways from this deep dive into Ken's work?
Yeah, which program resonates with you the most? What are you curious to explore further?
Yeah, share your thoughts, share your reflections, share those aha moments with us. You can connect with us on social media or drop us a line. We always love to continue the conversation. And be sure to stay tuned for the final part of this deep dive, where we will bring everything together and offer some closing thoughts on how you can apply Ken's wisdom to your own marriage journey.
Welcome back. It's the final part of our deep dive into Ken Schaefer's marriage enrichment programs.
It's amazing how much we've already explored.
Yeah, right.
From head to toe marriage to marriage armor, marriage battle, marriage wipeouts, marriage attitudes, and even out of this world marriage.
It's true. It's like this whirlwind tour of all of Ken's wisdom when it comes to relationships.
Yeah. So much great advice, and now it's time to bring it all together.
Okay.
What are those golden nuggets that we can take away and apply to our own relationships?
Yeah, that's a great question. One thing that really stood out to me is intentionality. Like he really emphasizes that, a thriving marriage doesn't happen just by chance. You have to put in the effort.
It's a conscious decision, a commitment. It's a choice to put in the work.
Exactly. And it's like those daily choices.
Yeah.
Right? To communicate effectively, to serve one another, to create those moments of joy and connection.
And this intentionality is woven throughout all of his programs.
Right.
Whether it's thinking through the consequences, like we talked about in head-to-toe marriage.
Right.
Putting on the full armor of God in marriage battle.
Yeah, yeah.
Cultivating a positive mindset in marriage attitudes.
Absolutely.
It's all about being proactive and purposeful in your relationship.
That's it. Another thing that I think is really important, that I keep thinking about is the power of forgiveness.
Yes, that's a big one.
Yeah.
He talks about it a lot in his work.
Yeah, it is a big one. And it's about letting go, letting go of past hurts, choosing to move forward with love.
Extending grace.
Right, extending grace to your partner.
To your partner and to yourself. We all make mistakes. And he connects it to that beautiful idea
Yeah.
of marriage grace, that unconditional love and acceptance.
Right. It allows couples to heal and to grow. So what about, I'm still thinking about the nose thing. How do you make sense of that?
The nose,
Yeah.
trusting your intuition, right? It's such a unique idea.
Right, right.
And it's so powerful,
Yeah.
because it challenges us to tune into that inner wisdom,
Yeah.
that gut feeling
Yeah.
that often guides us even when we don't consciously understand why.
Right. And it makes you wonder if there's a deeper level of understanding at play.
Right, whether you call it intuition or the Holy Spirit or something else.
Yeah, yeah. And we're not alone in trying to figure things out, right?
No, we're not.
We can seek guidance.
Absolutely. Through prayer, through meditation, just quieting the mind.
Listening to that inner voice.
Yes.
Okay, so Ken's work, it's really insightful.
It really is. It's insightful. It's practical. It's a blend of practical advice, spiritual wisdom, and a deep understanding of human relationships.
And the way that he presents these ideas, it's so clear, so accessible.
Relatable, too.
Relatable, and he uses humor.
Yes. It's like he's having a conversation with you.
Yeah, he is.
Offering guidance, encouragement. So, as we wrap up this deep dive, what are some key actions you can take? What can you do to apply this wisdom to your own marriage, your own relationship?
That's a great question. One thing I think is to start small.
Okay. Start small, yeah.
Yeah.
Choose one area, one thing that really resonated with you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's working on communication skills. Maybe it's carving out more time for connection. Maybe it's exploring that nose concept.
Right. You don't have to do everything at once.
No, don't overwhelm yourself. Take it one step at a time.
Yeah. Start small and build from there.
And remember, you're not alone. Reach out if you need support.
Yeah.
Talk to trusted friends, family. Maybe consider a therapist.
Yeah, there are resources available to help you along the way.
And be patient.
Yeah, be patient with yourself. Be patient with your partner. Building a strong marriage takes time. It takes effort. It takes a willingness to learn and grow together.
Yeah, it's a journey.
It's a journey, not a destination.
So keep nurturing that spark. Keep communicating. Keep forgiving, keep serving one another, and keep having fun together. Your marriage is a precious gift.
Absolutely. It's worth investing in.
And we hope that this deep dive into Ken's work has given you some valuable insights and tools to help you create a love that lasts.
Thanks for joining us.
So when I created Head to Toe Marriage, one of the first programs I actually studied and created was based on the armor of God. And I used that armor of God to prepare me spiritually for the attacks that can occur against your faith. And so that idea of the armor of God goes from head to foot. So I wanted a program that went from head to toe, that you could prepare yourself with and remember these things, because they're based on the body parts. So the head is about thinking, the eyes are about seeing opportunities. So that's what the whole purpose of using the head to toe was. It's based on my understanding of the Bible. I've been a Christian for over 55 years. I've went to seminary. I didn't finish it, but it was a focus on counseling. So I have that little bit of that counseling background. And then when I left seminary, I went into marriage education. So I was trained in about a dozen programs. And when I say marriage education, this was everything from preparing kids for picking a spouse to helping couples prepare for marriage and also problem solve in marriage. So I was into that programs that did that. And then from there, I was employed by Healthy Relationships California, which taught these programs all over California. And I was in charge of the team that would go out and visit all these classes that we would teach and evaluate them. So I myself would visit them and then others. And then my office that I was in charge of, which I managed, processed all the research through there. So it's also based on my experience, my career, and then also finally, it's also based on my almost 50 years of marriage. So that's where I got a lot of these ideas. A lot of it's from the Bible, and a lot of it's from things I've learned about marriage in general. The marriage armor is based loosely on the armor of God. The marriage battle deals with historical battlefields and the strategies and mistakes that they made in the battlefield. Marriage wipeouts was actually, the videos were actually taken in Hollywood Beach, California, regarding some surfers and people were learning to surf and things like that, using wave machines and things of that nature. Marriage attitudes is loosely based on the Beatitudes that was from Jesus's Sermon on the Mount. And Out of This World Marriage was based on videos that I took at the Kennedy Space Center regarding Hubble space, the telescope, and things like that. So this is just sort of a background. So again, this is one program of about 8 programs that I have. So I'm hoping that you're enjoying each one of them. And you should be able to find them all on the same channel that you're looking at here.